What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, Dan Hafner joining you here this morning. It is Wednesday morning at the time of this recording, and today's topic inside of the theme of faith for the week is this: how to move a mountain. As always, thank you for joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show.
Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Faith moves mountains. Our doubt creates them. Think about that for a second. How are you allowing your doubt and fear to create mountains that might not even exist in real life? They just exist in your mind. I think a lot of us have this happen to us. I've noticed in a lot of other people and myself as well. You know, we all have these times where we are doubting ourselves or just scared of something. And without going into, a religious meaning of this, it really comes down to what you have inside of you that you can just pull out of you to actually get the job done and to just never stop believing in yourself. When I think about an example of a mountain in my life that I have encountered is this trip that I'm coming up, that I'm going to San Diego for the rest of the week. I'm leaving tomorrow, and I'm coming back next Monday. So these podcasts will still happen, but I'm just going to have to do them mobily. And this has been quite a mountain for me to climb. Like, it is literally everything that this podcast embodies has been something that, like, daily I've had to face in order to get there. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of this, and I hope that you'll see the lessons and the parables that I'm talking about as they apply to you. So I'm going to this conference in San Diego for the rest of the week, and it's called WarriorCon. It's a business leadership conference. It's going to be really, really awesome. I'm super excited for it. Signed up like months ago to go to this, and it is one of the most elite business conferences in the entire country, if not the world. And I was lucky enough to get a seat to go to it. And it's absolutely going to be fantastic. I'm going to learn so much there. It's going to absolutely change the trajectory of my life. Now, that sounds all well and good, but what you don't hear about, or what, I've never told to anyone, is the immense amount of fear and anxiety that I've had about this conference. Like, it's just absolutely true. I'm going to be surrounded by guys that are hundreds and hundreds of times my net worth. Guys that are absolute powerhouses in their field. Guys that have just complete, utter domination of what they do, that are so just many light years ahead of me in everything. And this has created a mountain in my mind, right? It's like this comparison mountain, or just this inadequacy mountain, right? I mean, think about this in your life. Is there an area in your life where you are comparing yourself to someone when you shouldn't be? You should just be comparing yourself to yourself, because we create these mountains in our minds, right? We create these just invisible, imaginary mountains out of nothing. And they're literally, like I said at the beginning, they're built out of our fear, out of our doubt in ourselves. That's all they are. That's literally all they are. And once I came to understand this, I started to realize that, you know what? I'm in a better position than a lot of the people actually going there to this trip in San Diego. I'm actually I'm better positioned to get more out of this than anyone else, because of the things that I've done, the things that I've gone through, the things that I've pushed myself through to prepare for this, to get ready for this. Like, I can't even go into the depth of it in this podcast, but the amount of work that I have just put in, and the mountains that I have overcome in order to go to this, not just internally, but externally. Money obstacles, time off obstacles from work, just a whole bunch of things, one thing after the other, to just finally be able to do this. And it is something, it ties in with your commitment, right? If you are not committed to climbing that mountain and getting past those obstacles that are in front of you, you're never going to do it. Because your commitment will just basically, if it's not there, then you're not going to be willing to overcome that mountain. It's that simple. So the lesson in this today is that we as human beings are programmed to overcome mountains, to overcome goals, like automatically. Like, we are goal-striving beings. So if you just literally put a goal in front of you, as a human being, you are wired to be able to do that. Think about just tying your shoe. Like, something as simple as tying your shoe. You have the goal to tie your shoe, your mind will be able to figure out a way to tie that, and boom, you've achieved that goal. Like, your body, you just know what to do, right? And it's no different with bigger goals. So you basically program yourself to want to achieve this goal, and you go after it. Now, I'm not saying you'll automatically get it. This is where the faith comes in, right? This is where the commitment and the faith of wanting to move that mountain, knowing that you can do it, that you can scale that, you can overcome whatever obstacle internally or externally that you face. So my question for you today as I wrap up this show is simply this. What is your mountain, and why can't you climb it? I'm going to leave you with that. Just think about that question for today. What is your mountain, internally or externally, and why can't you climb it? Second part, what are you committed to doing today in order to start climbing it? As always, thank you for joining. I appreciate everyone on the show today. A couple quick reminders. We'll post this up on our Facebook page, the Run Your Day Facebook page. Be sure to check that page out. A lot of good stuff there. As always, I highly encourage anyone to send in any messages. You can open up the Anchor app and click send a message and literally record a voice message directly to me. If you have any questions about the show, any feedback, any topics you would like to hear, I highly encourage you to do that. That's kind of how I've got some of my topics and everything. So as always, just feel free to send me a message. And as I promoted this weekend, if you didn't see that on Facebook, I am having an accountability 2019 group starting up, and the only way into that is to actually support the Run Your Day podcast through the Anchor app for $9.99 a month. So if you want exclusive access into that, it's going to be a 2019 accountability group, help you keep with your resolutions, help you grow, help you accelerate your 2019 to make it the best year of your life for only $10 a month. It is an absolute insane value. It's going to be absolutely crazy. If you've not listened to all the episodes in this podcast, I highly suggest that you go back and see the incredible value that can be provided to you daily through this podcast. And it's going to be not just this, but so much more that you'll have access to inside of that Facebook group. So be sure to sign up today if that's something that you can see yourself getting some value from in 2019. So as always, thank you all for joining. What is your mountain today, and why can't you climb it? This is Dan Hafner signing off. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.